Okay, let's start this video with a portal into infinity. I'm going to make a Grim Dawn tier list for the kids for all of Grim Dawn's dual class combos. I have my little naming list here because I can't be bothered to remember what is what. So let's start off just in order. This is the apostate, the Inquisitor Necromancer. An apostate is someone who renounces a belief system or religion. So like an atheist, really, uh, which would get them in a in like a B tier maybe, because there's some nice atheists, but these guys are troublemakers. They like go out of their way to reject religion, and religion binds community together. So a bunch of troublemakers, a bunch of people just as bad as the religious nuts up in each other's business, try to get things their way. D tier. Shaman's Oathkeeper, that's an Archon. Uh, Archon, A for Archon. No, can't do that again. Uh, 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 they like to spin around in the game of Cyclone Set. Got tornadoes. B tier. Don't put too much thought into it. Battle mages. If you knew the buffs that I knew that are coming in the next patch, then you'd understand that battle mages belong in B tier. B for battle mage. I'm kidding. C tier. But that's all we really want for them. Battle mages aren't really a synergistic class combo, so take what you can get. You ungrateful bastards. This is going to be another video where I insult everyone watching. Blade Masters. Soldiers, Night Blades. SS tier. Cultist Necromancers. What are they? Cultist Necromancers. Those, yep, Cabalists. I mean, these guys are real freaks, but they're good at what they do. Yeah. Commandos. Soldier Demolitionist. Blech. They get a lot of health if you build them a certain way. They blow stuff up. They're good at commanding things. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Nobody really cares. I mean, they get to use Sharzul's thing to do Fire Force Wave. Fire Force Wave. That's F. But I said I wouldn't do that. I put them at a B tier. One weapon build doesn't make you worthy of A and above. Cultist Shamans. I think they're better than Cabalists for most people. I think there's a Cabalist build out that's really good. But the Conjurer is more accessible to figure out and do well with. Death Knight. They have really powerful builds, but they're dead. So they lose points for being dead. Otherwise they'd be up here. A tier. What is this? What the heck is this? A cultist? I think this is a cultist Inquisitor. It's a cultist Inquisitor. Deceiver. Oh, well, D tier for D. But seriously, no one likes a liar. So, I mean, there's worse things in the world than liars. But they're bad. I mean, the guys go around being called deceivers. How high can you rate that? Necromancer, Demolitionist. I think that's Defiler. Yeah. Defilers get the Blightlord set, which is gorgeous. I mean, have you seen the new special effects for Ravenous Earth? Yeah, it's a giant anus that pops out of the ground and shoots fireballs, but it's a giant anus that pops out of the ground and shoots fireballs. So that goes to Fabulous tier, which I have now revealed to exist. Fabulous tier is where you want to be. None of this matters if you're in Fabulous tier. In fact, I wish I could separate, like, I wish there was like a block of space between Fabulous and the rest, just to represent that it is its own existence in a way. Nightblade, Oathkeepers, Dervishes. Now, they're really cool in game, but in real life, dervishes are guys that wear a big fancy dress and spin around, and then the dress kind of spreads out like a UFO. So they lose a lot of Fabulous points, which, you know, even if they were like SS tier, the dorkiness of it, the real, it's garish, it's gimmicky, it's unfashionable. So we'll put you down to it's not a good look in real life. It's a C tier. Arcanists plus Shamans are what now? There we go. Druids. Druids are. I explained in my single class video why shamans are really unhygienic hippie nomads. So they were like D tier, but druids are like worse than that. Druids are like those plus a big holier than thou attitude F tier. Demolitionist plus shaman. I can't read apparently. Elementalist. They're a meme. Memes are fun, but some memes are sad. And this is a sad meme. So D tier. Nightblade, Inquisitors. Those Mage Hunters or something. No. Why can't I read? There we go, Infiltrator. All right. Yeah, these are down here with the Deceivers, the Liars. You know, these guys are shit. You know, Infiltrators are like your plants, your shills, your media representatives, Instagram influencers. So D tier. So Arcanist Inquisitors are Mage Hunters, right? Yeah. So on the one hand, mages are cool. Why do you want to hunt them? On the other hand, you gotta respect the ability to hunt mages. B tier. Necromancer Oathkeepers are oppressors. And it's similar in the sense that nobody likes to be oppressed, but nowadays everybody thinks they're oppressed by something, right? Oh, I'm a victim. That's the mentality you hear about nowadays. So, like, how, you know, oppressor gets tossed around too easily. So often you hear oppressor, and maybe they were mislabeled. Maybe they were just a leader, called an oppressor. But oppressors are bad. And so, you know, you gotta listen to both sides. B tier. Try to remember that my rulings are absolute. I'm the #1 playtester for the game. Create Entertainment trusts my viewpoints explicitly. So these aren't opinions. This is the reality of how these classes really are. Uh, Inquisitor plus Oathkeepers are paladins. Now, this might surprise you because you might think paladins are, lame, holier than thou. But you're thinking Dungeons and Dragons. Uh, you got to think World of Warcraft, which is coming out with Classic Mode. So Classic Mode, even though it's nostalgic, it's actually relevant because it's coming out recently. And paladins in World of Warcraft are your biggest trolls. Hearth bubbling, just being really hard to kill, healing the group. I mean, these are your bros. These paladins, paladins are fabulous, dude. They're just fabulous. You'll feel fabulous playing them. You'll feel fabulous when they're on your side, and only poop would be unhappy with them, or you'll feel like poop when you're against them. So fabulous. Uh, Demolitionist, Inquisitors. So these are purifiers, and it's unfortunate because people think that's like Nazis or something, but you're thinking about it the wrong way. Purity is something that the Japanese appreciate, and everyone knows that Japanese food and toys uh, is amazing, and robots and stuff like that, and technology. But Japan also created anime, which is degenerate. This is a tough one, guys. I'm gonna have to go with B tier. We can forgive anime for everything else Japan has done for us. So that's where purifiers go. Demolitionist, occultist. Uh, Demolitionist, occultist. Where are you? Pyromancers. Um. So when you think pyromancer, what do you really think? You have your arsonists. Uh, so that's bad. You got your edgy teenage emo kids with lighters or and like playing with fire. Think they're cool. So that's bad. Uh, but you also have special effects guys in classic movies. Uh, you have magicians, but magicians are kind of lame, even though they're cool. But it's like what magicians do is cool, but it would be really weird having dinner with one. You feel like they would they be able to stop the act? Probably not. So, fortunately, D tier. Nightblade necromancers. Reaper. So massive, massive, massive edge lords. I mean, just look at Overwatch and look at Reaper, and don't judge me for putting it here. You know in your heart that Reapers, like once you're past the age of 14, you know better than to put Reaper anywhere but here. Uh, Shaman necromancers, ritualists. Uh, so ritual's another one of those things where you might misconstrue, how important that is. Ritualists, you might think people of OCD, everything has to be done in a ritual. They have their morning routine. That's like a ritual. We all have our rituals in a way, but ritualists by name, they must be known for it. Hmm. But they're kind of stiff, and they make a lot of kooky rituals too. How much do we really like rituals? Turns out we like them quite a lot. Uh, Aside from the bad apple every now and then, preventing it from being A tier, ritualists have created a lot of cool stuff for us. I like the rituals in my life. Are precious to me. You just can't take yourself too seriously. That's what keeps them from being a little higher. Uh, Saboteurs. Poop. They're so bad in the game that I can't even make a joke about them. There's like a decent build that uses a generic set now or something, but ugh, they're hard to support. So poop tier, so bad. Can't even make a joke about them in the video. I have to actually rate them based on how bad they are in the game. That's how bad they are. Occultist, Sentinels. Sentinels. I wish they were S tier, just based on gameplay, really, but they're more like B tier. It's unfortunate, but I mean, even when you think about Sentinels in life, like, when's the last time you heard of a Sentinel? I'm sure in some countries they're useful. I don't know. I wouldn't want to be one, so maybe C tier. Nah, B tier. They got enough problems in life. Shield breakers, demolitionist, oathkeepers, or shield breakers. Um, Now on one hand, it's like, man, why you gotta break my shield? Every time I see you, you try to break my shield, often succeeding. But on the other hand, you break the shield of people I hate. So the solution is just not to own a shield. And then they break every asshole's shield instead. So, true warriors need no armor, so why not drop the shield too and just let this guy take care of the douchebags? So S tier. Yeah. Uh, Demolitionist, Arcanists, that's a sorcerer or sorceress. Uh, I liked playing sorceresses in Diablo 2, SSS tier. Uh, Arcanist, Necromancer. What is that called again? I really should pay attention to class names more in game, but I can't be bothered. Blah blah blah. Oh, Spellbinders. How could I forget? It's been a long day. Spellbinders used to be up here, and now they got some solid builds. Oh no, and that new Aether Ray. Oh, Spellbinders have a build right now that lets them do Aether Ray extremely well, and that makes you feel fabulous. I mean, you shoot a giant freaking laser out of your hand. So yeah, fabulous, dude. If you just remember, if you disagree with this, you're an idiot. You're a bad person. You're morally confused, if not compromised. Uh, you shouldn't like yourself anymore. This tier list, if you agree with this tier list, though, you're a good person. You're smart, maybe even a genius, and you should pat yourself on the back. Uh, Nightblade Arcanists, Spellbreakers. So some people, here's where people are wrong. People think they're down here because I'm not that good at challenge content, but they let you zip around the map with Shadow Strike, which is one of the coolest skills in the game. So it's S tier for speed, not speed or speed, just speed. Let's see. Soldier. Oh, tacticians. Uh, tacticians, soldiers, inquisitors, tacticians, tactical strike. They don't have anything I can find remotely funny or interesting to say about them. So they're C tier. Oh, Arcanist. So this is the fun part. So um, Arcanist Oathkeeper. So that's more up the alley. I was thinking because they're like Shadow Strike speed, except they use Fire's Might, get crazy cooldown reduction and everything. Big shield. They go super fast with Fire's Might. So They're in speed tier. Sonic tier. Yeah. I gotta stop doing that noise. Then again, I like annoying my viewers. Nightblade, Shaman. What are those? Oh yeah, Tricksters. So, this is rough, because, you know, life without Tricksters is boring, but you don't really want a Trickster deep in your life. But Loki from Marvel's movies is the Trickster, and he was a big butthole for a while. But then he became a nice guy, trying to be a little less of a dick. And so, I mean, you take Loki into consideration, but Loki lost to, no spoilers at this point, but Loki got his neck snapped by Thanos in the previous movies. So, how much is he worth really? So C tier. Shaman Inquisitors are Vindicators, and Vindicators are vindictive, and vindictive people are utter assholes. So they go in poop tier. You vindictive fuckers need to get out of my life. Get off my. Why even? How did you find me? You probably have some vindictive reasoning to watch me if you're a vindicator and watching my video. So you go right. This is what I think of you. Poop tier. Go be vindictive somewhere else. Let God judge. I'm a holy man. Arcanists, no, what am I thinking? Soldiers and shamans are warders. Warders are actually B tier. C tier. C tier. Yeah. Occultist, Arcanist. Right, Warlocks. So, Warlocks got the Aether Ray set too. But Spellbinders took it over and crapped all over them with it. So, they're not even using their own set as well as the Fabulous guy. But you can't really lose so many points being compared to the Fabulous guy. Like, losing to the Fabulous guy is not dishonorable. And Warlocks in World of Warcraft, which factors into Grim Dawn ratings, really good in Classic WoW. You could summon a Voidwalker to tank things for you, and you could use damage over time on people, and you could really frustrate people with Warlocks. And I like frustrating people, and I don't mind losing to a Fabulous guy as a Warlock. Fabulous Spellbinder beats me out. That's fine. SS tier. Warlords are fabulous. You don't have to agree with them morally, but they're the Lords of War. If that's not a sex icon, what is? It's like even the people hate war. It's like these people, you can't deny the charisma and respect and terror that is around these warlords. Then again, when they get older, they kind of get evil looking. They're like kind of tend to be hotter when they're young and they're hot stuff, and then they get old and all you see is all the hatred in their eyes and all the craziness and killing people. So they look like Fabulous tier, but in reality, they're S tier. Which blades, I believe, or yep, Witchblades. Witchblades are just like worse warlords. So they're A tier. And finally, Necromancer Occultist, and Nightblade Occultist, Witch Hunter. So, Mage Hunter. So where do I put Mage Hunters? Here we go. Mage Hunters are B tier. Because you respect them, but you like your mages more, so you kind of hate them, but you can't fully hate them because they're mighty. But witches, the only people that like witches are other witches. So hunting them down is S tier. I'm pretty satisfied with this list. Let's review. Fabulous tier. You got your Defilers with Ravenous Earth, FX changes. You got, don't even remember what the heck that is. I have Paladins. Fabulous. Paladins are fabulous. I mean, look at Uther. He's fabulous. They're all fabulous. Spellbinders with the new Aether Ray stuff. Fabulous. Yep. This list is 100% correct. Don't debate it. Don't write comments about. I said don't. Do not write comments about things you disagree with. I won't read them. I won't even respond to any comment on this video. I don't care what you think. These are all facts. There's nothing here that can be criticized. It is ordained by the Lord, Zantai. So, yeah. I hope you feel as educated as you should.